Go again. Here we go again. The Tupac Shakur. And it's always funny when a news person, usually a Peckerwood, they say Tupac. It's Tupac. It's P-A-C. Pac. Pac has a K at the end. Miracle Whip dwelling mother. The Tupac trial, I uploaded about it. The Keefe, not the Keefe D, the Reggie Wright Jr. testimony, the Mob James explosive testimony. But this is gonna be, many creators on this YouTube are eating off this, so I'm gonna eat off it too. Rest the soul of Lashane Parish Crooks. But let's get a bit of a recap for everything in case you missed it, because a lot of the trial happens when people are at work or whatever the case, or maybe they don't want to watch the whole 4 or 5 hours. So let's just go through this recap. On day 2 of the trial, Keefe D. Davis, Keefe D. Davis, prosecutors presented graphic autopsy evidence and heard tense testimony from former associates and responders. Now, I think the first day, I want to say I think I didn't watch the first. Well, no, the first day was like the opening arguments, but I don't remember autopsy photos being shown or mentioned. Maybe I missed that. I don't know. It says Clark County Medical Examiner Dr. Lisa Gavin walked the jury through Tupac Shakur's fatal injuries, showing graphic photographs of his body. Now, I want to say his wounds, as I believe, actually, I think it says here, he had a finger that was blown off, and I think like one of his lungs was taken or some insanity. The wound details, it says, Gavin testified that Tupac Shakur was struck multiple times, as we know, with one bullet piercing his right chest and collapsing a lung, confirming the cause of his passing a homicide. Several family members in the courtroom looked away or briefly stepped out during the presentation, which you can understand. It's very graphic, and it brings up, it takes you right back to that emotion of that September night. Now, there were photos over the years that were put out. I think I want to say her name was Kathy Scott. She had that disgusting photo. And I say disgusting meaning these people do not care about you. If them putting a photo of your body sliced open to get sales for a book, they'll do it. No one in this world cares for you, for the most part. Especially those who see you as something to make money off of. I remember seeing that Tupac photo as a child, and just as a child, I was saying, why would someone post this? Why would someone put this out? Why? As a child. But you have adults who, what could possibly be the reason for you putting a picture like that anywhere out? These people are culture vultures. It never ends. Hit the like button. Witness testimony. First responders. Retired Vegas police detective Dean O. Kelly, yeah, that's a police name, testified that securing the crime scene on the night of September 7th, 96, using traffic cones to mark shell casings in the street. That's what he did, he says. Hostile witnesses, James McDonald, so on and so forth. Now let's go further here. Let's see here. Proceedings on August the 19th, which is day 3 of the trial, focus heavily on Keefe. Something about his nickname, it just tickles me, this moron. Does the D stand for Dusty? Keefe D. Davis's historical street activities. It focused on his historical street activities, his past interactions with law enforcement, and key testimonies from former security personnel. Former FBI agent testimony. The interrogation. Retired FBI Special Agent Wade Lee testified that he originally arrested Davis for trafficking in them things in the late 90s. The proffer deal. The defense and prosecution sparred over a proffer agreement from those illegality investigations. You got to remix, you got to talk Carney on this YouTube to keep the video green. Under this deal, Davis cooperated. Oh, this rat bastard. Keefe D. Davis, Keefe Dusty, cooperated with the FBI. I'm sure he did. LAPD. I'm sure he did. regarding South Central gang activity to reduce his prison time. This rat, this mozzarella lover, this cheddar cheese guzzler, this pepper jack smuggler. Denials of the murking. Lee confirmed that during the initial 1990s interactions, Davis repeatedly denied any personal involvement in Tupac's murking. The prosecution, you gotta really edit your words on YouTube to keep it green. It's ridiculous. You can't talk like a human being. The prosecution argues this immunity agreement became void once Davis went public with his 2019 memoir. This Keefe D, man. To say that you were a part of this and to write a book about it and to go on interview tours for years, what more could he? The only thing he was missing was like wearing a t-shirt saying he did it. Maybe he did. The only thing he was missing is if he flew like a banner, like in Scarface, the scene where they had like the plane says "The world is yours." He should have put a billboard in Times Square. The things people will do for money and attention. There's many things you can do for money and attention that aren't the best of things, but this is like an extreme. This has gone down in history, and this trial is going down in history because this trial is turning into the OJ trial. Okay, when this thing is over, the Keefe D's lawyer and his nappy perm ponytail is going to write a book. Everyone, the defense, this is the OJ trial all over again. It's becoming a circus, and it's just begun. You got detectives hostile on the stand. I want to say was it Lee? Was it Wade Lee today? I believe that's who it was today. I think it was him or it was another detective, and they were like, you never gonna hear me writing a book or on an interview. The only time I'm gonna tell this is here. So, okay, you just contradicted yourself because he was like a detective saying that he lived by the street rules. Okay, you can't be a gangster cop. Like, what is this training day? Like, are you Gene Deal? You can't be a gangster cop. This detective is on the stand talking about, I would never talk about this nowhere else. I'm only gonna say this here. So you're trying to say I'm not a snitch, but I'm a snitch here. Wait till Vlad gets him on the channel when this is over. Vlad got everybody on trial. The night of the shooting, according to Lee's testimony regarding past statements, Davis claimed members of the Blood Street Gang attacked his nephew, Orlando Anderson, as we know, due to a previous conflict at a mall. Negroes was fighting at the Cinnabon stand. Davis had maintained he had no personal issues with Suge Knight before that night. That may be true. Security and entourage fallout. Reggie Wright Jr., who I may have an interview with on the channel very soon. That might come very soon. Perhaps. Oh, Lord, did I just say it may come very soon? Oh, my. What type of Diddy statement did I just make? Oh, no. Oh, no, I just Diddy myself. Oh, no. Former Reggie, that just messed me up. Reggie Wright was being, this is the day he got, I don't think the word is implicated, but they were saying it was Reggie Wright Jr. who did the Biggie murder. Oh, God. They're trying to put this on Reggie Wright Jr. for the Biggie part. This don't have nothing to do with Biggie Smalls passing. But in court today, and choke no joke, the dust bucket he is was jumping out of his seat because he don't even care about this trial. This fool is cheering on Keefe D and wishing Reggie Wright goes down. In a highly anticipated moment, prosecutors asked him directly if he had any role. This is the previous day video. Let's stay on day 3. Let's see here. They pretty much were breaking down, gangs and how things worked and certain people who were investigating the Tupac passing and things, and even the Biggie case a little bit. Greg Kading's partner, I believe was that Wade Lee? Let's see. The testimony of former FBI Special Agent Wade Lee. The prosecution began the day by calling Wade Lee, who provided crucial context regarding the past interaction with Davis during the height of the 1990s LA gang wars. The original arrest, Agent Lee testified that he was heavily involved in investigating gangs like the Southside Compton Crips. Yeah, this is the guy. And the Grape Street Crips. He revealed that he personally arrested Davis in the late 90s on federal drug trafficking charges. Okay. Lee clarified that while his task force explicitly focused on the drug trade and gang infrastructure rather than Tupac's homicide, Davis was already a well-known primary person of interest in the Las Vegas incident. Mentioned the proffer once again. Michael Sanft. Michael Sant. How do you say? Keefy D's lawyer, Michael, the dude with the nappy perm, he heavily cross-examined Lee regarding the immunity of a proffer agreement, the agreements that Davis signed during those investigations. The defense argues that much of what Davis said historically was protected or told purely to escape life in prison on those charges. Early account of the MGM fight, Lee recounted what Davis originally stated about the night of September 7th, 96. According to Lee, Davis claimed that members of the Bloods spotted his nephew, beat him down, jumped him over the mall thing. We went through that. And once again, he didn't have a personal issue at that time, Keefy D claims. Let's see here. It keeps, good Lord, it just can't get over. I mean, Mob James, his testimony was unforgettable, but okay, you don't got to keep saying that. Let's see here. The legal core of August 19th centered on the prosecution strategy to bridge the gap between historical gang culture and Davis's recent public statements. And Keefy D just, right before the trial began, no, I was a part of Death Row. I helped fund the company. Tupac was my artist making me money. He never stated this ever in the past. All of a sudden, the week before the trial begins, I helped to fund the record label, and Tupac was one of our best artists. He all of a sudden says it's a lie, but I mean, you've never stated this, sir. All of a sudden, now you state it? This is funny. The prosecution, utilizing a 2019 audio recording of Davis talking to LAPD, they argued his public media tours and self-published book, Compton Street Legend. Keefy D is not a Compton Street legend, please. Voided any past federal proffer agreements, rendering his admissions fully admissible. His defense, building a narrative that Davis was an entertainer. You know, that's one thing about this internet, man. Whenever somebody talks crazy and they get confronted or on trial, all of a sudden, I'm a comedian. I'm an entertainer. Well, I'm not a comedian. I'm not an entertainer. Anything I ever said, I meant it, and I showed you proof. Or I broke down the proof verbally. I'm not a comedian. But it's funny, the Charleston One Eye, Whack 100, we entertainers. Now not Mob James, but now Keefy D's claiming he was an entertainer. No, he was just an entertainer. Okay, you're an entertainer. What's your talent that entertains? Do you rap? Do you sing? Do you break dance? Or do you just lie good? I guess being a good liar is entertaining. Building a narrative that Keefy D Davis is an entertainer, please, who was full of crap. Now his defense is saying, no, my client he's full of crap. Okay, but that's the problem with this. In those interviews, he repeatedly said, this is the truth, buy my book. So you wanted people to believe you. Now you want people to believe you were lying. So you were lying and then telling the truth about lying, and now you're lying about telling the truth, but then you're telling the truth about how you lied. It's just mind-boggling. He did not pull the trigger. From what the world has been told, he was in the car, he passed the weapon, he got the weapon, he didn't stop it from happening. We're led to believe Orlando Anderson or someone in the car did it. Okay, so if that's the case, you didn't stop it, you were a part of it. You went on a book tour, giving every intricate detail, saying you were there. Then a week before the trial, I wasn't even there. you Keefe D is a prime example of you're sending mixed messages, which makes you look extra guilty. You're sending mixed messages, which would make someone who thinks you're innocent not fully believe you're innocent because they don't know what to believe. This is why you should not lie about taking someone's life. Okay, in life you might lie. You might lie. About what are like little lies? I stole a pencil when I was 5 years old. That's nothing. No, I ain't cheat on you. I don't even know her. Little lies. This fool is talking about I deleted the most popular rapper in the history of Earth. Please buy my book. Now he's talking about I was just playing. I needed the money. How badly could you need money that you would make this up if he was making this up? I mean, I just can't get past it. It's mind blowing. His defense was building a narrative that Davis is an entertainer who was full of crap, and exaggerated his role in hip hop history. He didn't have a role in hip hop history at all, strictly to profit off the public's obsession with Tupac Shakur. I don't think the public is obsessed with Tupac Shakur. They emphasized that no physical gun or DNA connects Davis to the 1996 crime scene, which is why, whether he's lying or telling the truth, this is why he should get off, and he will get off, because whether he's telling the truth or lying, whether he was there or was not there, he did not do it. The problem is, if you prove he was there, he is guilty by association in some form or fashion. He talked himself into this nonsense. It's just what people will do for attention is just amazing. If you really were a part of this, why would you come out and talk about it? Money? If you weren't a part of this at all, why would you say you were? Money? I just imagine you need money that bad that you would do this. On this channel, early this year, 2026, there was a battle rapper named Geechee Gotti. And if you follow battle rap, Geechee Gotti is one of the top battle rappers in the last maybe 8 years. And he had his own league. He was a main eventer. He was making top dollar in battle rap. But apparently it turns out that maybe he didn't save his money. He got hard times financially, and he ended up robbing Walgreens and these type of places for pills to resell them. So, that's extreme. But it's like, if people need money that horribly bad, they might commit a robbery. It's not a good thing. It's not positive. But put it like this, and none of this is good. But if you were in a situation to need money and you had to pick, would you rob a pharmacy or would you go on a tour saying you deleted the most famous rapper ever and then write a book about it? Like, they're both bad, but one is completely a billion times more insane than the other. If you needed money, why didn't you just go to the clinic and donate blood? Did they give you a couple $100? I don't know. It's just, I can't get over this. It's mind boggling. But what are your thoughts on this? This is the recap of things that happened so far. The day one was just like the opening statement. So, it's like typical court stuff. Day 2 and day 3 were explosive. Explosive. Well, maybe all 3 days were explosive in a way. I don't know. Day 1 was kind of like stuff you already knew. But this trial is very entertaining. Mo Preem is in the court. Tupac's sister's in the court. It's unfortunate, his mother's not here. But I doubt she'd want to really see this as far as having to relive this to this level. A lot of the outlaws are no longer here. Hussein Fatal, Napoleon, Gaddafi. I don't know if Idi Amin is there. He probably is. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Napoleon is in Saudi Arabia or something. I don't know. But I seen Mo Preem in the courtroom. SKG. Oh, SKG. My favorite Suge Knight girl. SKG is there. I think on her page, she actually had some interviews. She actually interviewed Keefe D's son, who literally sounds just like his daddy when he speaks. And Keefe D's son, he's talking about we love Tupac. We was fans of him. Man, I don't first of all, I don't believe you or your daddy. F both of you. I don't care. I don't care what the verdict is. F Keefe D and his family. Because he didn't care about no one else or their family. And he made a mockery of Tupac Shakur's passing. And a mockery of anyone who was a fan of him, got inspiration from him, meaning from him. He made a mockery of it either way. So F Keefe D. I hope he gets fisted with a boxing glove. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section. Hit the like button. If you want to support the channel, if you enjoy my content, you can donate to the Cash App. It's XDN Wins. I'd probably be doing a recap every day of the trial, unless nothing really happens. But this trial is something to see. One day they're gonna make a Lifetime movie. Oh, I can't wait for the great Tubi movie about this trial. And speaking of OJ, for years they've been holding on to this OJ movie with Boris Kojo. The fact that Boris Kojo is playing OJ in a movie, that alone has me sold. I don't know why it's taking so long for the movie to drop. I want to see OJ Simpson portrayed by Boris Kojo with a white woman for 3 hours. Get my popcorn. I wish OJ could have lived long enough to bang Caitlin Clark on a golf course and drink an Arnold Palmer or whatever that drink is called. But anyway, you can donate to the Cash App if you enjoy the channel, you want to support the channel, or if you have a video request. It's XDN Wins. Also, a great way to support the channel is to join with a membership. XDN Wins membership. Shout out to the people who joined already. Also, I always forget to say this, but YouTube has this thing where you could hype the video. So if you hit the like button first, then it lets you hype the video. Hype the video is supposed to help smaller channels grow, they say. So I'm up out of here. Also, if you are someone who wanted to always be a YouTuber, if you ever wondered how much do YouTubers make or how do you become a YouTuber, or I just uploaded a video on the channel. If you go on the channel, click videos. I just uploaded a video giving a full explanation of how to make money on YouTube, how to start a channel, how hard it is, how difficult it is, how to get monetized. So if you ever wanted to learn about how to do YouTube and make some money, watch that video. It's on the channel. I'm up out of here, and that is it.